there, it's Irit, and I have a video today for Shimmerz, and this is my finished layout. So let's get started. I started with watercolor paper because I knew I was going to use lots and lots of mists and watercolors, and I didn't want to worry about warping and ruining cardstock, so I just went with watercolor paper. I get a lot of questions about where I find this watercolor paper, and I buy these blocks. They're called blocks because the paper is attached on all four sides, which helps it, for the most part, not to move around and warp while I'm working on it, while it gets wet. So I buy mine at the local art supply store. I'm in Austria, but I'm sure if you checked the local art supply store near you, you would also find. It might be a little bit hard to find this size. This is a 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters, which is a little bit smaller than a 12 by 12. So I always mount my whenever I use this paper, I always mount it on a 12 by 12 pattern paper anyway, to get the full 12 by 12 size. But you can find bigger watercolor paper pads and then just cut it down to 12 inch by 12 inch or whichever size you want. So I'm just beginning with some inklings and creamies, which are these watercolors that come in a little jar, and you have to add water to activate them. They are dry when they come to you. The inklings are more shimmery, and the creamies are kind of more creamy with a satin finish. I love combining them. Lately I've been really loving the inklings. I don't know, they're just so shimmery and pretty. So you can see I'm just adding lots of watercolors here and lots of splatters, just having fun. And I think one of the secrets to getting a pretty look with watercolors is working in layers. And then you get all those beautiful stains on top of each other, and it just looks more interesting. So the first layer is dry, and now I'm just adding a few more watercolors here and there. You can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm using my favorite brush for backgrounds. It's a round number 10 brush that I also got at the local art supply store. I only use it for watercolors, so you really want to make sure that the brushes you use for watercolors are just used for watercolors and not, acrylic paints or gesso or all those things, because watercolor brushes should be kept clean and soft and, if you want them to work properly. So from the colors that I have, I don't have every color of mist and watercolors, unfortunately, but from the ones I do have, my mists are more intense. So I started with the softer colors, and now I'm adding a bit more of the bright colors. And I will put a link in the description for this video to the blog post, and there I write all the colors that I used, exactly which shades I used for this project. But they are all kind of, you can see, in this color family. So pinks and oranges and some warm reds with touches of yellow here and there. And I really went for it with this layout, just splattering around and having fun with it. And I'm building my base here, and soon I will add another lovely layer. So after I did the splatters, I am just going over some of them with my brush, and I show all kinds of fun techniques with watercolors in my watercolor backgrounds class over on Big Picture Classes. So if that's something you're interested, you can find that on my blog, and a link to that class on my blog. And the link to my blog will also be in the description box. But I'm just mentioning it because here I'm working with watercolors or mists, which are a type of watercolor, you could say. So if that's something you're interested, I show a lot of like easy fun techniques to create backgrounds with watercolors in that class. So I would love it if you checked it out. And I want it all dry, and now I can look and see if I want to add some more, and I am going to add some more. But of course you could stop at any point if you want a softer look. You could cover your whole background, or do what I did here, which is leave some white space. I usually leave some white space. I just like that look better, but it's definitely a personal preference, and you can choose or go for whatever look that you prefer. So some more splatters, and now they are also dry. So this is a Heidi Swapp stencil, and I love this stencil. It comes in a package with another stencil that has a very simple bold stripe, and then you have this flower and a couple more small masks with some more leaves. So this is actually probably, I would say, more of a mask than a stencil, but anyway. And what I'm going to do now is use 3 colors of Dazzlers, which are, I just love these pastes. They're probably one of my favorite products to use lately. And they are a type of modeling paste or texture paste, which means that they are firm and they hold their shape and they're perfect to use with stencils. What's special about these ones is that they are colored, so they're not white, obviously, as you can see, and they are extremely shimmery, which is something that I can't create by myself just from regular modeling paste. If you don't have Dazzlers, then you could totally use modeling paste and color it with whatever you have, paint, watercolors, ink, everything works. With modeling paste, you can color it in 100 different ways with whatever product you have at home, but you won't get like this shimmery look. And you see here I mixed 3 colors, and I was a bit careful when applying it, but then when I smoothed, that's a tongue twister. When I smoothed it out, I let the colors blend a little bit. And I just love how it looks. It covers the background because they are opaque, but you can still see through all the gaps in the stencil, all the watercolor drops and texture below it. You can get a better look in the close-up shots at the end of the video. It really looks beautiful. And I'm just carefully applying it because I don't want to get a lot of paste beyond the flower. And you know I love to go for tone-on-tone look, so that's what I'm also doing here. And I picked kind of the same colors or similar colors that I have from my pastes, my shimmery pastes. And just to mention that if you place an order with Shimmerz and you mention my name in the comments to merchant section, you get a free product of your choice. So don't forget that. If you'd like to get your hands on some of these goodies, there are also beautiful, beautiful colors of mists and watercolors that will work wonderful with your holiday projects if you're doing any Christmas cards or anything like that. There are the same pastes like these. They also come in silver and I'm pretty sure gold also. I also have the white one, which is beautiful. So they're just perfect for holiday projects. But as you can see, I use mine all the time. They're just a really fun product to play with. And this is going to be it for my background. Obviously you can go on and add some more splatters on top of it, but I liked the paste as my last layer. And you can see this is my swatch book that I use whenever I get some new mixed media paints or watercolors or whatever. I add them to this booklet, and also some leftovers if I have. I didn't want to waste the whatever remained on that stencil because it's just too pretty. And now I sped forward this part because I'm just assembling my layout, and I'm mounting my photo on a couple of pattern papers. These are summer photos that I didn't scrap yet, but I thought even though the colors I used for the background are quite, you could say that they are more autumn colors, but I think they look pretty. I like that contrast with all the blue in the photos. I think it really lets the photos pop, which I like. I want the photos to be the first thing you see when you look at a page, and only then see the other lovely details that we work hard on putting there. But for me, the photos are still the main element. And now for the embellishing, I actually don't think this, there's a lot going on in the background, even though it's all with the same colors, and it's still quite a striking background, I would say. So I don't add a lot, but I do add a few bits and pieces, mostly from the Wonder collection, because they also have a lot of these warm colors in that collection. And I'm going to add some chipboard pieces, and you'll see everything in the final shots of the layout. And I use some strong liquid adhesive because the background is so textured, so something like the ATG is just not enough. And there's my finished layout. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a lovely day. Thanks for watching. Bye.